There is one thing I will never get tired of repeating. Never, remember. Never say the phrase, "I'm doing fine." Our ancestors knew a great truth that the modern world often forgets. Words have power. Not just sounds, not just vibrations in the air, but real, tangible power, capable of changing your destiny. When you tell everyone around you that you're doing fine, you open a door through which the unexpected and the unwanted may enter. Let me tell you a story. Long ago, in a village, there lived two farmers. Both worked from dawn till dusk. Both had good land and healthy children. But there was one big difference between them. The first farmer, let's call him Kwame, would go to the marketplace every morning and loudly proclaim, "Look at my fields. The harvest will be huge. My cows give more milk than anyone else's. My children are the smartest. Everything is wonderful with me." He said this every day, with pride in his voice and his head held high. The second farmer, let's call him Kofi, worked just as hard, but spoke differently. When asked, "How are you?" he would answer, "I thank the Almighty. Day by day we manage." The land teaches us patience. He didn't hide his blessings, but he didn't display them like goods at a market stall either. What happened then? Kwame's fields began attracting thieves. His neighbors grew envious. When drought came, nobody helped him. Everyone thought he was already doing well, so why would he need help? And when hard times came, as they always do, Kwame was left alone. But Kofi, his modesty built a wall of true friends around him. When troubles came, the community stood with him. His silence about his success created space for genuine relationships, based not on envy or self-interest, but on respect and mutual support. There is an African proverb: "The tree that boasts too loudly about its fruits is the first to attract stones." Take a moment and think about the depth of those words. When a tree grows quietly, it becomes strong. Its roots go deep into the earth. Its branches reach for the sun. It bears fruit in due time, and those who truly need it come and take it, blessing the tree. But when the tree, if it could speak, starts shouting, "Look at my fruits," the best in the garden, bigger than all, sweeter than all, what happens? People come not only to admire, they come to take more than they need. They come with envy. They throw stones to knock the fruits down, damaging the branches. Your success is like a burning candle in a dark room. The candle fulfills its purpose. It gives light. It does not shout, "Look at me, how brightly I shine." It simply shines. But the louder you speak about your candle, the more people learn where it is. And not everyone comes to share your light. Some come to blow out the flame because they sit in darkness, and your light reminds them of their own shadows. The deep reasons to keep silent. 1. Envy is real and powerful. Let's be honest. Not everyone you meet is genuinely happy about your well-being. This doesn't mean people are evil. It means they're human. When someone is struggling, when they can't feed their children, when they've lost their job, and suddenly you say, "Everything is great with me. I bought a new car. My business is thriving." What does that person feel? Bitterness may arise in their heart, not because they are bad, but because pain is real. And that bitterness, that envy, has power. Our grandmothers called it the evil eye. They knew that negative energy directed at you, even unconsciously, can affect your life. Modern psychology calls it differently, but the essence is the same. When many people envy you, when they wish you'd lose what you have, that creates an energy. Even if you don't believe in the spiritual, you can't deny the practical. Envious people gossip about you. They won't help you in hard times, and some may even actively harm you. Another proverb says, "The nail that sticks out gets hammered down." When you stand out, when you speak too loudly of your success, you become a target, not because the world is unfair, but because that's human nature. 2. Pride comes before a fall. Listen carefully, because this is important. When you speak too confidently about your success, when you start believing your well-being is only the result of your own efforts, you forget humility. You forget there are powers greater than yourself. Our ancestors understood. We don't control the rain. We don't control the sun. We can plant a seed, we can water it, but making it grow is not within our power. Something greater does that. Call it God, call it the universe, call it fate. The name doesn't matter. What matters is remembering we are not almighty. When you say, "I'm doing fine," with too much certainty, you forget this truth. You begin to think you alone created your success, that you fully control your destiny. And then destiny reminds you, no, you don't. A wise person knows what is given can be taken away in an instant. Remember King Solomon. He was the wisest and richest of kings. But what did he say? All is vanity. He understood the impermanence of earthly things. He knew that wealth today does not guarantee wealth tomorrow. That is why a wise person is grateful in silence, not boasting in the marketplace. He knows praise comes after the deed, not before. He knows true strength does not need an announcement. 3. You attract the wrong people. This may be the most practical reason. When you constantly declare that you're doing well, that you have money, connections, opportunities, people start coming to you. But what kind of people? Not true friends. True friends see your growth and quietly rejoice, supporting you. They don't show up when they hear of your success. They were already there when you struggled. But when you loudly proclaim your prosperity, others come. Distant relatives you haven't seen for years suddenly remember you. Old acquaintances who never cared now want to reconnect. People with business proposals who really want your money. In African culture, we know this well. As soon as one family member becomes successful, the extended family begins making demands. You're my brother, help me. We're family, give me money. It's not wrong to want to help your family, but when you boast too loudly of your success, the number of relatives magically increases. There is a Nigerian proverb: when you have food, you have many friends. When the food is gone, you find out who the true friends were. Silence about your success is a filter. It separates those who come for what you have from those who value who you are. Now let's talk about something deeper, the spiritual side of this matter. In many African traditions, we understand that the visible world is only part of reality. There is an invisible world that influences our lives just as strongly as the visible one. Our ancestors taught us caution. They taught us that some things are better kept in silence. Your plans, your dreams, your blessings, they are like seeds. If you dig up a seed every day to show everyone how it's growing, it will never grow. It needs the darkness of the soil. It needs quiet. It needs protection to become a strong plant. The same goes for your blessings. They need the protection of silence to take root in your life. When you speak of them too soon and too loudly, you put them in danger. This isn't superstition. It is a spiritual law that works whether you understand it or not. Balance. Not lying, but being wise. Now some may ask, But shouldn't I be honest? Isn't lying a sin? If I'm doing well, should I lie and say I'm not? I am not calling you to lie. There is a difference between lying and being wise. There is a difference between hiding the truth and protecting your blessings. When someone asks, "How are you?" it's usually not a real inquiry into your life. It's a greeting, a form of politeness. You don't need to give a full report of your finances, your health, your plans. What to say? Instead of "I'm fine," learn to answer wisely. Here are some phrases you can use today. I thank God I'm managing. This phrase acknowledges the blessing but does so with humility. It doesn't boast, it gives thanks. It doesn't shout about success, it recognizes the struggle and the overcoming. Day by day, step by step. This shows that you are moving forward, but it doesn't announce that you've already reached the peak. It protects you while still allowing you to stay positive. The Almighty takes care of us. This shifts the recognition away from yourself to a higher power. It is humble, it is wise, it shields you from envy. Can't complain for now, a simple, honest phrase that neither exaggerates nor diminishes. It is neutral, and it protects you. I'm learning with each passing day. This phrase shows growth, but keeps humility. It says, I am still in process. I haven't reached perfection. These phrases are not lies. They are wisdom. They are protection. They are a way to acknowledge your blessings without displaying them like goods on a marketplace stall. Practical wisdom for modern life. In our modern world, in the age of social media, this wisdom is needed more than ever. Every day we see people posting pictures of their meals, their cars, their vacations, their achievements. They shout to the world, "Look how well I'm doing." And what happens? They become unhappy. They become targets. They get hacked. They are envied. They are criticized. Their life becomes a showcase instead of a life. A wise person in today's world understands. Not everything needs to be posted. Not everyone needs to know where you're eating lunch. Not everyone needs to know what car you've bought. Not everyone needs to know where you're flying for vacation. Keep some joys for yourself. Keep some blessings in the silence of your heart. Share them with close ones, with those you trust, but not with the world. There is a time for everything, a time to be silent and a time to speak. So when is it right to talk about your blessings? When you can inspire others. If your story of struggle and overcoming can help someone going through similar trials, share it. But do so with the purpose of helping, not boasting. When you thank those who helped you, if you achieved success thanks to others, acknowledge them, praise them, but let the focus remain on them, not on you. When you teach others, if your experience carries lessons that can help others avoid mistakes or achieve their goals, share them. Knowledge must be passed on, but share it with the humility of a teacher, not the pride of a show-off. Within the circle of true friends and family, with those who love you not for what you have, but for who you are, you may be open. But choose this circle wisely and carefully. Let me end with another story. I once knew a businessman. He started from scratch, worked day and night, and his business began to grow. Every time he reached a new level, he threw a big party, invited everyone he knew, and told everyone about his income, his expansion plans, his connections. What happened? His partners began demanding more. His competitors learned of his plans and got ahead of him. The tax authorities became interested in his business. Thieves broke into his office, knowing there was something worth stealing. Relatives began asking for loans they never repaid. Within 5 years, his business collapsed. Not because he was a bad businessman, but because he didn't know how to keep silent. I knew another man. He too built a successful business, but he worked quietly. When asked how things were, he would say, "I thank God, I'm managing." He helped people, but he didn't boast about it. He gave jobs, but didn't publicize it. His business has been growing for 20 years. He is respected. He has true friends, not those who came for money. He is calm, protected, and blessed in silence. Brothers and sisters, I have spoken at length, but this subject deserves time. Let me close with this thought. Your life is your garden. Not everyone needs to know what fruits grow in it. Not everyone needs to know what seeds you planted. Not everyone needs to see how you water and tend it. Let them see only the harvest when it ripens. Move in silence. Let your success speak for you, not your words about success. As our ancestors said, let the results of your labor speak louder than your mouth. Or, the river that makes the most noise is often the shallowest. A deep river flows quietly, but its strength is undeniable. Be like a deep river. Be wise. Be humble. Be blessed. In silence. Keep your blessings close to your heart. Share them only with those who truly deserve your trust. Work hard, but don't shout about your work. Achieve goals, but don't broadcast every step. Thank God for everything you have, but thank Him in the quiet of your prayer, not in the public square. And remember, those who truly matter in your life see your growth without announcements. They feel your progress without boastfulness. They rejoice in your success sincerely because they love you, not what you possess. This is ancient wisdom for the modern world. Use it, apply it, and you will see your life become more protected, more peaceful, more blessed. May the Almighty guard you. Go with peace and with the wisdom of our ancestors.